Delivering compassionate care. It's what we do so well here at Norton Healthcare. When called on to serve during a global pandemic, our employees compassionately and bravely stepped up.
16,700 clinical and non-clinical employees working across 250 sites of care and from home served our community during one of the most challenging times. These are our healthcare heroes. Taking a proactive approach, a clinical command center was quickly assembled, serving as a central hub for all things COVID-19. It provided direct support to those on the front lines. Leading the way, Norton Healthcare implemented ahead of government recommendations universal masking and temperature checks to protect our employees and patients. In early March, Norton Healthcare treated its first COVID-19 patient at Norton Brownsboro Hospital. This patient became one of many whose recovery we celebrated. While those on the front lines worked to send patients home, behind-the-scenes efforts were underway to keep people healthy and out of the hospital. A swift move to offer telehealth services resulted in more than 23,000 telehealth visits between March and May and continues to be a preferred method for many to use for appointments. A massive communications undertaking set the standard for transparency during a pandemic, keeping the community and employees informed with needed information to stay safe and keep the faith. Norton Healthcare facilitated the state COVID-19 hotline, which received more than 140,000 calls, answering the Commonwealth's questions about COVID. For 75 consecutive days and weekly thereafter, video updates were produced giving employees the latest on COVID-19 patients, supplies, and protocols. Norton Healthcare hosted various community COVID testing events and established respiratory illness testing centers, which have become well-known and trusted testing sites in our community. The launch of Norton Infectious Diseases Institute, as well as participation in COVID-19 research studies, including involvement in a successful COVID-19 vaccine trial, further demonstrate our level of leadership and expertise. The unwavering dedication of our Norton Healthcare family spans the spectrum. In 2020, we let no obstacles stand in our way. We took on challenges, turned them into opportunities, and set a new standard for care in our community. There's so much to celebrate. We innovated convenient care, using technology to make it easier for patients to find us. And we made it easier for patients to reach us through the addition of a second mobile prevention center, thanks to a $1.25 million grant from the Norton Healthcare Foundation, a foundation that continued to raise funds through a pandemic, thinking outside of the box in the absence of in-person events. Then there was the innovation of Norton Healthcare's new Express Services Center, a one-of-a-kind concept providing testing and care to patients from the convenience of their vehicles. Norton Healthcare is growing in many ways, from our pediatric integration with the University of Louisville School of Medicine, making it easier for families to access comprehensive medical care for their children, to construction of Norton Brownsboro Hospital's new bed tower and expanded ER, a new immediate care center in Shelbyville, and much, much more. We launched workforce development programs to train future generations of healthcare workers. And while planning for the future, we made strides in fostering an inclusive workplace for today's employees, with the addition of new employee resource groups, and 5 imperatives to address racial and health inequities in both the workplace and community, including establishing the Norton Healthcare Institute for Health Equity. Our standards for equality are not going unnoticed. We were named LGBTQ Healthcare Equality Leaders for the 3rd year in a row, with a top score of 100 and our adult service hospitals followed their fall 2019 A Leapfrog safety grades with another successful year, acing spring and fall 2020 ratings. DNV GL Healthcare, a world-leading certification body, accredited Norton Healthcare, recognizing our high standards in patient safety. Norton Healthcare continues to excel, and we're receiving national recognition for it. People know about the good work we do here. The news covered thousands of stories about Norton Healthcare in 2020, stories of how we serve this community. Our compassion, expertise, and leadership are why patients choose us, and it's why they continue to look for the end.
2020 was a challenging year, yet we not only persevered, we went above and beyond. We quickly innovated new ways to care for patients while maintaining those great human interactions. While we don't know what lies ahead, we'll face it together as one Norton Healthcare family. Thank you for all you do.